Looking good, boys. Now, Strictly stars dream of receiving a perfect score for just one of their dances. But for our next couple, 40s are like buses. You wait ages for one and then two come along in a row. It's the quite brilliant Danny and Oti.
Wallop! Hotter and steamier than the Amazonian jungle. It was fabulous! Oh, yes.
Your hip action, we never get that from a male celebrity, was incredible.
It was like the most perfect samba masterclass. Really outstanding.
Danny and Oti, everybody! Oh, you gorgeous twosome. I have to say, congratulations. Strictly history, the first ever 40 for a samba. I mean, it's just bonkers. You guys, I know. Please, show adoration. I mean, how did you celebrate? Can you quite believe it? And 2 weeks in a row as well, 40s.
I genuinely still can't get over it. I'm buzzing. Even when I watch it back, I can't believe that actually happened.
It's insane. I cry every time I watch it back because it was so emotional just for both of us. And we loved it, man. After we stopped dancing, he could not stop saying, "Oh my God, Oti, oh my God, that was so much fun. I loved it. I loved it." He couldn't stop talking about it, so I get quite emotional when
I know, I think you do. But also I think we can sort of feel the rush of that. And I think also the way it built from the beginning and you had us in the palm of your hands. Incredible stuff. And I have to say, the whole nation, speak on behalf of them, incredible choreography, Oti. So well done to you. We've not seen anything like that before. Why was this such a special one, would you say, Oti?
I don't know. There was just something, a little bit of me in it, and every week Danny just seems to dive into any choreography. Like, he doesn't understand what he's doing. I said this to him this week. It's amazing, and the fact that he was able to give me 100% of his passion and those hips without
those hips.
Yeah, I know, right?
I know. I'm still recovering. I tell you. Darcy was saying, I know. Let's make you feel really awkward. Darcy was so impressed because she was saying you have seriously put in so many hours. You can see. I mean, do you know how many hours you trained last week?
Yes, he cannot stop talking about it.
I know on the Thursday before we did 13, which was our longest day ever.
Yeah, and I think the day before we did like 11.
There was nothing less than 9 hours last week.
Yeah,
the two of you were just entire muscle.
But it takes work.
We're even answering exactly the same sentences. Brilliant.
It takes a lot of time for me to pick it up. That's the thing, and Oti's so great with teaching it so technically and precisely, so the first time you're learning it, at least you're learning it correctly, and that takes a lot of time, but then the payoff it's so worth it. I don't mind. I'm never going to have the chance to do this again, so I'll give her all my time and she gives her mine.
I'm not sure about that. We may want to see that dance again at some point, but let's not tempt fate. Incredible hip action. I mean, and Craig was saying how, you know, boys just don't get the hang of that hip action that quickly.
That was a lot of manpower. I think we had a VT at some point where I'm like, "Danny, move your hips." I was literally moving him around, but he does enjoy it secretly.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
asked him. I was like, "You move like this, I'm sure, somewhere by yourself where nobody."
She's like, when you're brushing your teeth, you're in the mirror.
You're just like,
We'll all be imagining that. We'll all be trying that when we're brushing our teeth as well. Obviously, everybody was a bit distracted by your torso. Craig was a bit distracted by torso. People were cheering across. Hurrah! He's got his shirt on. Whose idea was it to undo the shirt?
It was actually a combined decision with us and wardrobe. This was a thing I said no, I don't want to do it. I never felt comfortable, and I would never have done it if it didn't feel right.
Yeah.
But in this dance, I think the main focus for us and for me specifically was it felt this routine completely needed to be. Lose all your inhibitions, completely go for it, 100%. Okay. And the costume was a part of that. We actually tried other costumes on and stuff, and it just felt like it suited the dance and everything. And I went, you know what, this week, I've got to give it everything, because I already felt so awkward like on the Wednesday.
Yeah.
Doing that hip stuff, you know, when you get it wrong, you look a fool.
But, okay,
you really do.
I can only imagine. Let's have a little look, though, because we've had to rip up the history book, because you have literally ripped up the old Strictly history book, and we've had to get a new one in at great expense. But we need to put your samba into context, so we're going to have a little look back at previous highest-scoring sambas. In joint third place, some wench and a boy called Matt and Aliona. I'm just happy to be in there anyway. And Jake and Jeanette, all with 38 points. In joint second place, Abby and Aliash and Frankie and Kevin. And there you are, making history, the only couple ever to get a 40. And that's not where it ends. You are the only couple to have ever had perfect scores for 2 dances in a row this early in the competition. So well done to the two of you. It is incredible. Now it's the quarterfinals and it's musicals week, and you are dancing to this. I want to know, Danny, which dream girl will you be? Beyonce, Jennifer Hudson, or the other one?
Beyonce.
I'm going to be a combination of all 3 of the fantastic ones.
Yeah.
I am. No, I'm not. I'm not. Oti's got a different kind of vision for this, and I think it works brilliantly.
Oh, I'm excited. You're obviously not going to reveal very much. Oti, can you tell us any more about your little plan?
Can I? Well, it's a disco song, and we're trying to dance a tango to it.
Yes,
so I think,
tricky.
I think that is the tricky part, but it's a fast number. We literally danced it, and I was almost crying, and I was like, Danny, you do not understand. Am I going to cry again? No. You do not understand how good you are. You don't understand the stuff that you're delivering. And
how amazing
he's
he
so
is.
happy to do it. He's so he's enjoying every single little bit of it. And I'm just so shocked because he does it with such courage.
Yeah.
And concentration. And at the end of the dance, because I freak out like 3 days in a week. And then at the end I look at it and I'm just like,
it's incredible. We want to play a quick little game with you now, because you've been with each other quite a while. It is called Knowing Me, Knowing You. Aha. Yes, total Alan Partridge. Danny, we asked Oti some questions about you before the show, and we're going to see how closely your answers match up. Are you ready for this?
I hope.
OK, question number 1. We asked Oti, what was your worst habit in training? What do you think it is?
You know this, because you do it all the time.
It's
and now
not...
everybody's going
to have to rush
This is
you.
involuntary, but sometimes after lunch I might occasionally burp.
OK, a little bit of wind. Oti said 1 point. Next up, we asked, what's been Danny's favourite dance on Strictly? Danny, your answer is...
Oh, no. I've got to say this... You're going to say the other one. Quick step. Quick step.
Quick step. Oti, your answer is... Quick step, yes! And finally, we asked Oti to tell us what your character in Hollyoaks was called.
OK. Mark Dodger Savage. Will she say Dodger?
Let's see if she can have any of those. All 3! She's that good! You two are completely compatible. It is a dream made in heaven. Listen, good luck this weekend, my little dream girl. I think he may be playing.
Yeah, he is the dream
You are dream team. Give it up for Danny and Oti. That's all we have time for tonight. A huge thank you to all my guests. Join me tomorrow at 6 for a super-sized It Takes Two. I'll be chatting to Ore and Joanne and Claudia and AJ. On the Friday panel, Jenny Eclair, Cherie Murphy and Alexander Armstrong. All of that, plus we have a performance from Matilda the musical. We will see you then. Good night.